BookTube and happy Friday. Welcome to Friday Reads. Today is the 25th of October, and as usual in these videos, I am here to share with you what I plan on reading over the weekend and maybe even a little bit into next week, depending on how long some of these books take me to finish. And of course, I'm going to show you guys some of my knitting. I have some new projects on the needles, which is very exciting. I do apologize for not doing a Friday Reads last week. If you watched my Rhinebeck vlog, you'll know why, because last Wednesday night, I spent the night at hospital with my dad. I will update you guys on all that at the end of this quick little video. And so I didn't get to show you guys the baby sweater. I do have the hat, but it's all the way over there and I forgot to grab it. So I'll try and remember to do that another day. And the socks, actually, I do have. I did finish those. So I did cast on 2 new projects over the last few weeks, or the last week or so. But let's, of course, start out with the reading. What am I going to be reading this weekend? So first of all, my ebook is going to be A Cowboy for Christmas by Sarah Richardson. This is a book in the Rocky Mountain Riders series. I am not sure what number it is. I want to say 4 or 5, but I could be wrong with that, so I do apologize. But if you enjoy good cowboy contemporary romance, with a little bit of extra spice in there. Not overtly adult, but there is, of course, some extra spice in these books. I highly recommend this series. She's a great writer. I'm very much looking forward to this one. It has been so many holiday books that I have been reading over the last few months, you guys. You'd think I'd be burnt out by now, but not even close. Give me all the holiday books. I absolutely love it. So yeah, so totally looking forward to this one, and I cannot wait. The other book, the audiobook that I plan on listening to this weekend is actually one that was not on my TBR. So let me explain. I had to switch some things around on my TBR. I had a lot of print and ebooks to read this month, and part of the problem was that I did lose 4 days being away on my trip. In reality, actually 6 days of reading time, because the 4 days, excuse me. I was right the first time, 4 days, because it was the Thursday through the Sunday. I read nothing in those 4 days, guys, not even a single page. I was so busy having fun. Like, not that reading isn't fun. Reading is exceptionally fun. But when I am visiting with people that I only get to technically see once a year, you know, that was kind of my priority. And even though I did bring my Kindle with me, I didn't get any reading done. I think on the Sunday on my way home, after I dropped off Brandy at the airport, I did plug in my audiobook, and I did listen to my audiobook for the rest of my drive home from Buffalo to Toronto. But other than that, that's the only reading I got done over those 4 days. So I had planned on that in a way, but I have still been, like, even coming back to work now, I've been really busy. You know, you take some time off and it's almost like, why did I take time off? Because I came back to well over 300 emails in my inbox. So yeah, it's been a bit of a busy week this week, and I'm so thankful that it's only a 3-day work week for me. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I had to move some things around on my TBR. So the one book that that I'm not going to get to, and I'm disappointed because this is the second year in a row, next October, it's my goal, is A Season with the Witch by J.W. Ocker. I do need to read that book next October. I have it on my shelf. I've been wanting to read it for 2 years in a row now. I will figure it out. A part of me was actually kind of thinking about maybe moving it into November, because it is nonfiction. So it would totally work for nonfiction November. You know what I mean? So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it is a Halloween book, and I feel like it should be read in October, but pushing it over by a month, it's still like the fall and still that, you know, that spookier, getting dark early kind of time period. But anyway, that being said, that was my for the Triple RC challenge. So I desperately was trying to find a book that I could fit into that spot that would work. So I ended up going on the Audible Escape, and I ended up finding an audiobook that would work. So the audiobook all that to tell you guys about the audiobook I'm going to be reading this weekend. And the audiobook I'm going to be reading, keeping with the festive spirit, is All I Want for Christmas by Lori Wilde, Kathleen O'Reilly, so there's my O, and Candace Havrans. Sorry about the glare. So this is just a little Blaze novel. I think it's only like 6 hours on audio. It's a really quick little audiobook, but it's 3 short stories, spicy short stories, that I'm very much looking forward to reading. That cover is just gorgeous. Hello, firefighter. So yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to this one. So this is going to fit my O spot for the, read a book that starts with the letter O, or an author whose first or last name starts with the letter O. So the O'Reilly, of course, will fit. Very excited about this. I cannot wait to get to it. So the other things that I will be reading for my 40 Years of Harlequin project, we are now into, or will be into, February of 2019. This is the one I think most of you are super excited about, and I will be reading Hired by the Mysterious Millionaire, and this is by Allie Blake. This is the one about a woman who sees a guy on a train, and then it turns out he's her new boss. So very much looking forward to this one. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. It is a large print, which we all love very much, at least I do. Because really, guys, after the age of 40, your eyesight really does change. And last but not least, one of my goals this weekend is to finish The Cottage on Pumpkin and Vine by Kate Angel, Jennifer Dawson, and Charla Lovelace. So I am about halfway through it right now. I have the pages marked for me to get this done, I think by Monday. And then the novella that I have, that we are doing for the book club, called Pumpkin and Spice, I plan on reading over the last 3 days of the month. So the 29th, 30th, and 31st. So I'm very, very excited. Cannot wait to get to that one. This one I'm enjoying. I'm not enjoying it as much as I wanted to originally. I think maybe because I was expecting some sweeter romance as opposed to, and like I've said before, I have no problem with the explicit adult content, but it's not exactly what I was expecting going in. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I should have known. I should have maybe looked at some reviews. I don't know. It's not erotic, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I kind of would have loved the idea of a Halloween story that is sweet, that doesn't rely on the physical aspect of the relationship. But, I am participating, or hoping to participate in NaNoWriMo next month. And I do have a story, actually a series that takes a small town romance series that is going to be a sweet romance. So maybe I'll have to fit a Halloween story in there just so I can get my sweet Halloween romance. If you don't find it on the shelf, write it yourself. Right, guys? So yeah, so I'm very, very much looking forward to getting to this one. So before I get into my knitting, I just wanted to mention a couple things real quick. In case you guys don't stick around for the knitting part of it, if that's not what you're interested in, which is totally cool, absolutely fine. For one, speaking of the book club, Lindsay and I have been talking. Lindsay over at The Wandering Reader. I will link her channel in the description box below. Her and I are going to do a live show. We are looking at November the 2nd. It's a Saturday. It'll probably be in the afternoon for me, but I think around 7 at night for her because she's in the UK. And I am, of course, Eastern Standard Time. I think we said like 3 o'clock, but don't quote me. I will have more information. Actually, I'll have more information next week. I'm going to have to put out a separate video to let you guys know exactly when that live show is going to go live. And you can come and chat with us and talk about the books. We decided to wait until the 2nd of November so everybody would have a chance to get the books done, including yours truly. And yeah, so I'm very, very much looking forward to it. If you guys have any suggestions, excuse me while I talk about that. If you guys have any suggestions for November, please let me know. As I mentioned, I kind of would love to keep it as anthologies, but it's not a hard and fast rule. And of course, I'd want, Lindsay's input in this as well. So I'm going to have to talk to her to see if she has any suggestions. But if you guys have any suggestions of anthologies that you're interested in reading, they don't have to be seasonal. I just think that's kind of fun. But yeah, but the one I was thinking about for December, I'm just putting it out there if anybody else is interested in reading this one. Of course, if Lindsay's interested in doing this as well. I purchased this book last week and I went and picked it up this week because I got it from Amazon and I got a physical copy. And I did not realize when I bought this that it's an omnibus of 4 short stories written by this author that all are part of the same story. So they're like 4 parts. But from what I saw on Goodreads is that each part can be read kind of as not as a standalone. They are individual stories, but they all kind of mesh together. So that book, and this is what I'm thinking of for December, for our holiday read, because I don't think it's 100% Christmas, because I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, is Once Upon a Winter by my new favorite author, Tilly Tennant. It is a thicker book, but it is a bit larger in print. So this is all 4 parts in one, plus an exclusive extra short story. So instead of reading one book plus the, indie novella, because I do believe this was independently published. I can't see anywhere on this book, inside or anywhere, who published this. I believe it was independently published. Now, the cool thing is, you guys, this is available on Kindle Unlimited. For those of you who have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free. So I thought for December, because there are 5 parts, maybe we can, you know, break it out into 5 different sections and read one section at a time. And, you know, of course, do a live show in January, like, you know, after the holidays, or, you know, after the new year, once everybody's had a chance to finish the book. But there's my suggestion for December. So I'm even cool with even skipping November if everybody's too busy. I know it's American Thanksgiving and other things, but, you know, if you guys are cool with it, give me some suggestions for November. But here's my thought for December. Let me know if you have another suggestion. I'm totally up for it. But yeah, plus these are clean romances too. So this one is about a stranger who shows up at some woman's front door at Christmas. Is it Christmas Eve or something like that? Around Christmas Eve, and how that stranger changes their lives. And I don't know, it sounds fantastic, and I cannot wait to read it. So Garett's just kind of standing here. I don't know if there's something he wants to say to me. No? Okay. I'll cut that part out of the video. So yeah, so I wanted to mention that real quick. The other thing I wanted to mention quickly, and this is very exciting for me. I have, over the last week or so, gotten a whole bunch of new subscribers. So, like, a bunch of you. So welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone who's new. I do have a question for any of you who are new to my channel. Where did you find me? Because I'm just curious. I love to find that out, especially when you kind of suddenly get a batch of new people subscribing. It's always kind of nice to find out where they heard about you from, or, you know, was it a recommendation or what have you. If you are relatively new within the last few weeks, please do let me know in the comments below where you found me, because I would love to know that, because I would totally be interested in finding that out. But again, welcome. Thank you so much. I do hope that you like my channel and like what I kind of do here. This very sit down with a friend kind of chatty vibe. This is the norm for my videos. I love doing them this way. So again, welcome. And I think that's all I really had for mentions. This weekend should be the Create Your Own Readathon. I don't know if we're going to do it this month or not. If you guys want to do it, let's do it. I mean, you're going to be seeing this on Friday morning. I do not think I'll be vlogging it this weekend, guys. You can't really tell, but I am actually fighting a cold. I'm really congested. As you can see, my eye is a little red. I got something in it while I was away. So yeah, I don't think I'll be vlogging this weekend. Nothing terribly exciting is happening. It's going to be a very relaxed, chill weekend for me, but I am happy to put up the link. I will do that anyway. I'll put up the link for the Create Your Own Readathon for this weekend. The theme, guys, is spooky. So, of course, for my spooky book, I will, of course, be reading this one, and my goal is to finish this one. So that's my goal for the Create Your Own Readathon this weekend, is to get this book done. But unfortunately, no vlogging this weekend. My apologies, you guys. So, on to the knitting. For those of you who are interested. So one of my new projects, living in, of course, my pumpkin spice bag, is a new pair of socks. And I am knitting from that sock blank. If you watched me a few weeks ago, I showed this sock blank. And for those of you who don't know, so this is a sock blank. It is a knitted piece of fabric, knitted, that the dyer then dyes up with this cool pattern, or whatever pattern they want. And then you can knit from it. So here's the start of my sock. I really, really love it so far. I think I showed this sock on my Rhinebeck vlog, so I could show you guys my little duck. But yeah, I'm about halfway through the foot. Yes, I do have feet that tiny, you guys. I got a comment when I was away, when I was trying on boots, when I bought a new pair of boots over when I was away in the States. And my friend Brandy, she's like, "You have such tiny feet." I'm like, "Yes, it's one of the only parts of me that's dainty." I have size 7 feet if anyone's interested. But yeah, so this is a sock for me. But yes, it is being knit out of this sock blank, so you can kind of see the colors that I'm working with. So, I mean, what you see on here is not what is going to be on the sock, but I've just been so interested in getting this knit up to see exactly what it would look like. The sock blank is from a company, an independent dyer, whose name is Rachel, and she is Night Owl Fibers. I will link her shop in the description box below. She does some beautiful, beautiful yarns. She does some amazing self-striping yarns. If you guys are interested in that, check her out. I absolutely love her. So that's the sock. So that's one thing that's new. Now I will show you something that's already on the needles, and that is it here? Peeking in bags. Here it is, my sweater. So cast this on, ripped it out because I was doing the wrong size, recast it on, and I'm now back into the body. So this is the Campside Pullover by Alicia Plummer. I still love this colorway. It's beautiful. So there is where I was about 2 weeks ago, the last time I showed you guys. And as you can see, it's getting a little holy. It's the pattern. You do this really neat kind of lace pattern throughout the entire body of the sweater. So that's how much I've gotten done from that marker down in the last couple weeks. But I am into the body of this. As you can see, the sleeves are on hold. This is the correct size for me now. So all is well in the world of the sweater. Gorn is complaining as usual. That's what you can hear in the background. So yeah, absolutely loving this. Going to work on it a bit more tonight. And then the last thing that I actually got, I can't remember if I've shown this to you guys before or not, but I've really been working on it over the last week or so. And that is another Free Your Fade. I have knit this shawl before. This is my second go at it. The first one was all in shades of purple. It's hanging in my closet. I wear it quite often actually. But this one is meant to be knit in a DK weight yarn. The first shawl was knit in a sock weight yarn. So this is a DK or double knitting weight. So it's double the thickness of a sock yarn. So this is what I am hoping to be my new winter scarf. It's going to be a big kind of really neatly shaped shawl done in 3 different colors. And I just want it as a big comfy cozy scarf that I can wrap around my neck a few times. I can tuck it warm down, it'll cover my chest. You know, to keep all of this area nice and warm, because you know, you put a scarf on, it covers here, right? But this will actually go down and cover the whole front of my body, which will be great because I need that, because I am always cold in the wintertime. Even though I do love the winter, I am always cold. So this is the start of it. So you can see the shape, and how neat that shape is. So you are doing increases and decreases. Are you doing decreases? Yeah, you do. You do decreases on one end, increases on the other end, and then every so many rows, it's a paid for pattern, so I can't tell you guys too much about it. You do these little neat lace sections where you do some yarn overs and things like that, but this is the general shape of it, so just picture it bigger, and this is what I mean by it, you know what I mean? And it's nice and thick and cozy warm. So this is going to be in 3 colors. So this is the first color that's going to be in there. I cannot remember. I believe this is Sunrise Fiber Company. I cannot remember the colorway name, unfortunately. I've had this yarn in stash for so many years, and it's been balled up for so many years that I've lost the tag, unfortunately. So I don't remember the name of this yarn. But then this is going to fade into this color. A really fun multicolored yarn with purples and pinks and blues, and this is called Dirty Beach, and this is by Sparkling Seaweed. And then the original last color that I had decided on was actually thinner. It was a thinner weight than this, and it wasn't going to work, so I had to do some diving in my stash, and I found another solid color. So it's going to be solid color, multicolored, and then another solid color of this awesome purple. Is this not going to be awesome, you guys? I cannot wait. Nice and bright and colorful, perfect for the winter time. I cannot wait to have it. So this is an old skein. My very first knitting project I ever made, or one of my first that I gifted, and I gifted it to my sister-in-law, was a scarf. And it was made, I had bought 3 skeins of this yarn. The scarf took me 2, and I had 1 left. So this has been sitting in stash for probably about 6 years. It is from a company called Yarn Love. And it is 100% merino. This is actually a worsted weight, which is actually thicker than this, but it's really not. When you look at the 2 yarns together, there's really no difference to them. But the colorway is called Harmonic Violet. So yeah, so that's going to be my shawl. So yeah, so I'm really loving this. So anyway, that's all I have for the knitting and the reading and the general stuff I wanted to chat about. A little bit of a longer video. I'm looking at my time. I'm a little bit over 20 minutes. Sorry about that, you guys. But very quickly, Dad's doing really good. He had a doctor's appointment on Thursday, and they were going to do chemo again today on Friday, because it's been a couple weeks since he's had a chemo treatment because he's been sick. And they decided to hold off 1 more week. So they're not doing a chemo treatment again this week. They're going to do it next week. They're going to give him 1 more week to get even better. He sounds a lot better now. You know, he seems to be, I think part of it this week too is that he was worried about all these doctor's appointments that he was having, and you know what, you always worry about what they're going to tell you, you know what I mean? But relatively nothing was bad news. You know, he doesn't have pneumonia or anything like that. He's, you know, progressing well from his incident last week. That scared all of us. But yeah, so he's doing good. And yeah, like I said, work's been a bit crazy coming back. But it's work, and I've gotten a bit caught up, and I'm just looking forward to the weekend. So anyway, guys, that is all that I have for this video today. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you've read any of these books that I've talked about. Are you reading Christmas books right now too? Are you reading spooky Halloween books? You know, thoughts for, again, the book club. Let me know. Are you interested in this pick for December? What are your thoughts on a book for November? Again, I'd like to keep it as an anthology, but I am open to suggestions for anything that you guys might want to read. You know, I want this to be all of our book club. I don't want to just kind of to dictate this is what we're going to be reading. I want to kind of leave it open to everybody. And yeah, anyway, guys, I will talk to you all in my next video. Until then, take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.